The French government has proposed a €600 million, £420 million, $655 million, package of urgent aid for farmers, who have blocked roads for days in protest at falling prices. Most of the money will help farmers deal with a cash crisis by cancelling or deferring tax payments. But some of the money will help restructure debts. Farmers said they would assess the plan, but several routes remain blocked. They accuse supermarkets and the food industry of keeping prices low, forcing many of them into bankruptcy. One farmers' union leader in Normandy called for the blockade around Caen to be suspended. But key road bridges in the region remained closed to traffic on Wednesday evening, and elsewhere the government's intervention appeared to fall on deaf ears. In the Loire Valley, some 100 protesters lifted their blockade near Chambord castle, but a union official said it was not because they were happy with the government's offer. Farmers said they would blockade access to France's second city, Lyon, from Wednesday evening. More action was expected further south around Clermont-Ferrand on Thursday. Traffic on the A1 motorway outside Lille in northern France was hit by protests from early on Wednesday. In Brittany, some 200 farmers attacked a supermarket in Lannion late on Tuesday night, dumping manure at the entrance and setting alight to tires. Xavier Bulin of the FNC union said ministers were at least moving in the right direction. "We've just accepted measures for Greece, I reckon we can do something for French farmers," Mr. Bulin said, equating his members' struggle with the Eurozone debt crisis. Mr. Bulin had earlier accused the government of adopting only trivial measures, warning there was a sort of exasperation and anger that's been escalating for weeks. "This hasn't come out of nowhere." Announcing a 24-point plan, Prime Minister Manuel Valls said. €100 million of taxes to be annulled. Further €500 million to be set aside to allow farmers more time to pay taxes and other debts. Fund to help farmers restructure their debts to be increased from €8 million to €50 million. Public Investment Bank, BPI, to guarantee up to €500 million in loans to farming sector in further attempt to alleviate cash crisis. The demonstrations of the past days reflect the anguish and distress that we have seen for some time. "We want to respond to this anguish," the Prime Minister said. The socialist government estimates that 10% of French farms could be facing bankruptcy. Last month, ministers pushed the food industry to raise the prices paid to farms, but Mr. Foll said last week that pork producers were still being paid below the target price of €1.40, £1, per kilo. Dairy farmers say they are being paid €300 per ton of milk and need at least €340 to break even. "I solemnly call on industry and major suppliers to respect the increase in prices that they committed themselves to. There cannot be a frantic rush to low prices," Mr. Valls told reporters. Supermarkets and suppliers are being blamed for not passing on the recent price rises on meat and dairy products. But prices have been pushed down by foreign competition and reduced meat consumption.